July 2025. Thailand's F-16 fighter jets bomb Cambodian positions. The first use of air power in this border conflict since the Cold War. The target, 4.6 square kilometers, roughly 650 football fields. By July 28th, 38 dead, 140,000 evacuated, an 8-year-old boy killed at a gas station. Both sides blame a French map from 1908. This isn't ancient history suddenly exploding. This is calculated modern politics. Cambodia's new Prime Minister, Hun Manet, took power in 2023 after his father's 38-year rule. He needs nationalist credentials. Thailand just experienced political chaos. Their prime minister removed by constitutional court weeks before the fighting. Independent satellite analysis tells the real story. Cambodia was responsible for 33 escalatory actions, Thailand for 14. Cambodia faces serious domestic problems right now. Human trafficking compounds, cyber scam operations and economic struggles. Thailand's dealing with political instability. Border nationalism gives both governments something more valuable than the actual territory: legitimacy. When Thai Major General Bun Sin declared, "The temple is ours and we must take it back," he wasn't responding to colonial injustice. He was performing nationalist theater that justifies military budgets and distracts from failures at home. Here's what makes this particularly cruel. There are farmers living in that disputed 4.6 square kilometers. They can't get land titles from either government. If they build a house, one country calls it illegal construction. If they cross their own rice paddy, the other side might arrest them for border violation. Thousands of people trapped in permanent legal limbo. Modern GPS technology could resolve the border ambiguity in weeks. The Joint Boundary Commission successfully marked 603 of the 798 kilometers by 2012. Then it stalled, not because they can't figure out where the border should be, because both governments prefer the ambiguity. So why does a map from 1908 give them this tool? Let's go back. The Franco-Siamese Treaty of 1904 established a clear border principle: follow the watershed line in the Dangrek Mountains. A watershed is simple. It's where water drains to different rivers. Water flows one direction towards Cambodia, the other towards Thailand. The temple of Preah Vihear sits atop a dramatic cliff. Water drains northward into Thailand. By the treaty's own terms, the temple should be Thai territory. In 1907, a joint French-Siamese commission was established to map this border. They worked together in the field. Then the commission disbanded months before finishing. No final maps were ever officially approved. The French didn't care. Their cartographers produced maps anyway, working alone. In August 1908, they published Annex I. The borderline curved northward around the temple promontory, placing it in French Indochina. The deviation from the watershed was visible to anyone who looked. They sent 50 copies to Bangkok. Prince Damrong, Thailand's interior minister, thanked France and requested more copies. They were distributed to embassies worldwide. 160 complete sets. For 50 years, Siam said nothing. When Thailand, Siam's successor state, finally objected in 1958, the International Court of Justice ruled they were precluded by their conduct from denying acceptance. The treaty specified the watershed. The French violated it, but Thailand's silence meant the colonial map error became permanent, binding international law. The 1962 ICJ ruling gave Cambodia the temple, but deliberately avoided defining the actual borderline. Thailand claimed only the temple structures counted. Cambodia wanted the entire promontory. The 2013 clarification expanded the area, but still refused to draw a clear border. That ambiguity was gold for modern politicians. This isn't unique to Cambodia and Thailand. Approximately 195 active territorial disputes worldwide trace directly to colonial-era mapping decisions. That's 500 million people living in contested borderlands. European Enlightenment map-making claimed scientific precision, theodolite, triangulation, topographic surveys, but this precision was selective. Colonial powers subordinated treaty principles to imperial interests, creating maps with enough technical authority to bind nations through acceptance, but enough ambiguity to fuel international disputes for over a century. The French cartographers who drew that line in 1908 are long dead. The Siamese officials who accepted it have been dust for decades. But people are still dying because modern states find this ambiguity more politically viable than resolution. The 8-year-old boy killed at a gas station in July 2025 died because of decisions made before his great-great-grandparents were born. But more honestly, he died because politicians in Phnom Penh and Bangkok found his death useful. Colonial cartography didn't just draw bad borders. It created a permanent machinery for conflict. When domestic politics needed distraction, when leaders need nationalist credentials, when military budgets need justification, the ambiguous border is right there, ready to weaponize. The question isn't whether French colonial maps were wrong. They were. The question isn't whether modern technology could fix this. It could in weeks. The real question is this: do these disputes persist because they can't be resolved, or because powerful interests prefer they remain unresolved? If you want to understand how colonial history shapes modern conflicts, start there. Not with the mapmakers from 1908, but with the politicians from 2025 who choose every single day to keep those maps ambiguous. Subscribe for more evidence-based myth-busting.